Today I'm going to give all of my advice on how to revise for science now with 1 month left till GCSEs and A-levels. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly say that if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio. If you want to be tutored by me, you can email me. Again, my email is in my channel bio. Okay, so the first piece of advice I have to offer is look through the specification. You can search up your exam board and GCSE Science, find all of your knowledge gaps and make a list of it. Then watch free science lessons. His YouTube videos are really good. They're short, snappy and to the point, and he has a video on pretty much everything within the GCSE AQA Science specification. And there's crossover of content for other exam boards as well. And if you want to watch a longer video, because his videos are quite short, and an animated one to keep yourself a bit more engaged, if you struggle with that, you can watch Cognito instead. Their videos are also very good. So you can watch their videos to fill in any knowledge gaps, and then basically once you finish watching the videos, you can make flashcards on the notes you've made, or you can find pre-made ones online. The only piece of advice I have to offer with that is that make sure that they're up to date, that they're accurate, and also that they're for your exam board. Then go through those flashcards for 10 minutes every single day to slowly work its way into your long term. Next piece of advice is to go and find this YouTube channel called Primrose Kitten and watch their binge revision science videos. The reason why I'm saying to do that is because you can quickly identify your knowledge gaps through that on your weak topics, because as she's talking and she goes through a topic, you might think, oh well, I don't really know what she's talking about, I don't really remember that topic, and therefore you find out a weak topic from there. And because she condenses like really long topics, like multiple really long topics into short 1-hour videos, it's a really quick way to quickly identify weak topics and gaps in your knowledge. And because time is of the essence, we only have a month left, I would recommend doing that to find the topics faster. But I do not recommend going over those binge revision videos solely for your revision and doing nothing else. That is one of the worst possible things you can do. It's simply a way to quickly find weak topics and then for you to go over those weak topics using active recall such as flashcards and blurting, and make sure you get them into your head properly. Do not rely on just the binge revision videos. Next thing to do is also, at the same time as you're revising content, do past papers under timed conditions. A lot of students seem to think that you have to finish the content first and then do past papers, but at this stage, if you haven't already finished the content, you don't really have time to just focus on finishing the content and then move on to past papers at the end, because there won't be enough time to do that. Science is a lot of content. So if you haven't finished the content by now, then do content revision and past paper practice at the same time. Past paper practice is also a form of content revision because you're being forced to apply your knowledge to questions, and make sure to do them under time conditions as well, so you can get used to doing it under exam conditions and get used to managing your time effectively during an exam. Then you'd want to mark those past papers and create a document of all the mistakes you've made, and then read through that document of mistakes at least once a day, so it gets into your head. You learn all the mistakes that you're making, and therefore when you sit down next to do your exam paper, you're not going to be making those same mistakes again, because it'll trigger a memory that, oh yeah, I made that mistake, so I'm not going to be making it again. And final piece of advice is to read through the textbook for your sciences. I'd recommend getting CGP textbooks. They were really good. Get CGP textbooks for your sciences. You won't go wrong with those. And I'm not saying to just read through the textbook and do nothing else. That is one of the worst things you can do, because reading through a textbook is passive recall. I'm saying do your active recall, so flashcards, blurting, all of that, and then as a last bit of supplementing the rest of your revision, you can read through the textbook again to quickly identify weak topics and gaps in your knowledge, and just to like reinforce everything you've been learning already through the flashcards and blurting. Do not do reading through the textbook on its own. It's a form of passive recall, and it's to be used at the end just to supplement everything else. And yeah, that's all the advice I have to offer. If you have any questions, again, you can leave them in the comments or you can email me. Good luck with your revision and your exams. You got this, and yeah.